Okay, so this person is pretty much out of it. They've got a punch, that's it. So you don't have to worry about them.
We can ignore her, and she's also unejectable, so we can't steal her ride.
I was muted on stream because I was recording something on the side. Good. Well, that's a great way for the first 5.5 minutes of this stream and the first minute of the YouTube video. So, good times, everyone.
Were we muted, or was it literally just you?
Me.
Wow. So they could hear us responding to you, but not you.
Exactly.
That's fantastic.
It's these wonderful moments that just come a dime a dozen here on Newbie Time.
Which means, hello, you will have to figure out that you watching on the stream, and now you on the YouTube will have to figure out the mystery of permission cheese.
I can't believe you did not say experience beach.
Permission cheese.
Permission cheese is good too. I'll give you that.
Refreshing myself of where we were at the end of this. Bad.
What's wrong with it?
Everybody else, I think, is like almost 100% fine. I think
He needs to take a step forward and
extremely
heal. Like, he needs to take a step forward and heal his body, and he'll be fine.
Yes. Wait, does he? That puts him in range of this guy, I think.
Well, the thing I'm worried about is if he doesn't move forward, or maybe behind the other guy, because I don't know if these guys move or not, is the thing.
These guys don't. Wait.
Well, the missile guys haven't either, is the thing. So if you go behind that guy, you might force him to move.
Yeah, if you can stand adjacent to the lower guy, you won't be within that guy's range.
Or yeah, you just take a step down, either way. Just make it so that if they can't move for some bizarre reason, he doesn't get hit by 3 rockets. So yeah, just take a step to his right. And do a whole bunch of healing.
Meanwhile, Emma does the thing.
You need to be taken care of.
Yep, as soon as the machine gun boy gets taken care of, you're in much better shape.
Pressing problem. We captured one of the
We have all of these types.
Alright. Have we given anything 4 legs yet? Because I feel like that's an important thing we've been overlooking.
Not yet.
Get him, Dennis.
Mainly because I think the 4-leg unit has really bad skills.
I do seem to... Oh, right.
Right back into bad Dennis. Great.
Well, fortunately, I come equipped with good news regarding how to improve the odds of good... Oh, goodness gracious me.
She's
good Dennis.
fine.
There goes that arm.
Yep,
at
and
long
that's what I
last.
thought.
Yeah.
They don't move, so you just got outside of his missile
Why would
range.
you not move?
Who cares?
Baton?
Yeah, try to rip an arm off.
We do need to level Kazuki's melee some, if I recall correctly.
I can see either way, but the punch allows you to try to get a good section almost broken like that.
Now this is gonna happen.
Yeah, we need to move it.
But that's
behind.
okay.
Ugh.
What?
Well,
no, that's fine.
once
That is
we've gotten
extremely
situ-
whatever.
Fortunately, he can't hit you from where you are. He'll have to, like, come all the way around the corner. You lie to
If
yourself.
he's going to get in range anyway, might as well move here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then you're only taking shots from one guy.
Now we break out the chomper.
Ugh.
Hey, it's fine.
Yep.
It's fine. He's not going to have to move.
Kazuki doesn't need to walk places. Good.
That might actually be really good. Let me just
That
double
was.
check.
It's the wrong arm.
You're right.
But hey, it can still be good for you, and if she's got shots left in the grenade.
One. If she's got to use it.
Her arm's gone. She needs to use the wagtail. A pity, but so good. Good. Great.
Nah. I mean, it's great she got the AP, but it's really just a whatever kind of situation. Yeah, he's going to have to move, unfortunately.
One step forward.
No. To hit the side so he doesn't get shot in the face.
Yeah, this guy is too much AP.
Keep going actually all the way next to the... on the other side. Don't get in range of that other missile boy. Damn
That
it,
does
never
put
mind.
him out of range of attacking himself,
Never
unfortunately.
mind.
Let's see if this gets... I think this is going to cut an angle.
Yeah, that wall.
Or
no,
not.
Not
we're good.
hugely.
No, nothing at all. We're good to go.
Oh, here we go. Yes!
We'll take that.
We take those. Yun can run up and punch him at her leisure or whatever.
Yeah.
There is
Yep.
the problem.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. But if he's only getting punched by these guys, it's fine.
Yeah, he can counter as he pleases. Yeah.
All right, that guy just lost his missile arm, so he's completely
He's
removed.
a nothing now, yeah.
Kazuki might go down, but it's... He's
He
going
will
to
go
take
down
out
swinging.
all these guys.
Yep. Yeah! He heard your scurrilous assertions of him going down and wishes to disprove them. This guy
Can't do
wishes
anything about it.
to demonstrate him. Ow.
He's
Oh,
actually kind of okay.
Oh, because he has pierce protection, that's why.
Yes, that's why him moving forward was so important.
Anything's going to be in range of this missile guy. I'm going to get hit by either one of them.
Yep.
It's,
Now, hold on a sec. How many missiles do these bad boys have left?
This guy has 3. This guy has
This guy has
3.
3.
Yeah, it's either he moves a step back and gets out of the
Panic
range of this
shot,
guy,
Mm-hmm.
or he stays where he is. Yeah, no matter what, he's just got to stay there.
And this is giving us procs of double assault.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Punch.
Moving her down to get punched means that she might get punched? No, no.
7, 8, 9, 10. Just
No,
making
she can
sure
actually
she's-
just... No, she can absolutely walk down and punch.
Yeah, just making sure
Because
she's
the
not
other
missile
one's...
range.
Yeah, because the person...
The other one's not
Actually-
armed enough to be dangerous.
Actually, she might want to shoot a missile and have Dennis shoot this guy.
Dennis-
Dennis can't hit anybody else, can he?
Dennis can zip forward and start shooting the missile here.
Yeah, fair enough then. Okay.
And that's that.
Devastating.
That's money.
Fair.
See? Zoop.
Yep, I keep forgetting about the power of the zip.
Mm-hmm.
Closer is more accuracy.
Accurate.
He's
Yes.
probably going to get shot here, but we'll see how it goes.
So it goes.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Emma.
Follow it up.
Ooh,
Here we go.
Maybe. Does she
Maybe.
have the ammo for it?
she has 2.
Just 3, 2. Does she still have her reload?
Doesn't matter.
Yep.
It was a good hit, though.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the legs.
Yeah, pretty much anywhere else is bad, unfortunately.
You'll love to
Ah.
see it.
You love to see it. Yeah, sure.
Doesn't really matter what he uses. He gets 2 hits in.
I'll take his free damage.
Unless you don't even want to hit this guy.
So
to
if
try
I
to
don't
count.
counter this guy, the other guy I
Nope,
can
I agree,
baton,
I
and the
agree.
last one I can shoot.
You
the
can shotgun.
Yep.
Yes, correct. Ow.
Because this guy's already not a problem.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was kind of worried about that.
Well,
So it goes. As Kazuki's robot sparks heavily.
Leave him for last.
Have everyone else take their shots.
This guy's doing the most damage to Kazuki.
The Missileer is the more dangerous one, though, because Kazuki doesn't have...
But taking a step
Fire
over here,
armor.
this guy can't counter.
Yeah, he's got a dead zone.
Oh, yeah, if you're going to hit him, true. I was saying have everybody else attack first, because they might kill someone to make it easier for Kazuki.
Oh, she's still got legs. Come on.
Alright, Dennis.
Is he good, Dennis?
We're gonna find out, I guess.
Point blank range, sniper shot. Yeah.
He is good,
Thank you,
Dennis.
It's adequate, Dennis. No skills. It's fine.
Turns out it doesn't matter. He got the job done.
It's just business.
It's just business.
Damn it, I hate him. Oh, hey.
Very nice.
And now we shotgun that man down.
Oh, well, hello, goodbye.
Well,
Not a bad plan, actually.
Whatever was keeping them stationary finally turned off.
Rip.
Whatever.
Yeah, she's definitely the least impactful member of the team left. Unfortunately, Emma has a dead turn here. Oh, speaking of...
Wouldn't kill him.
Oh, boy!
It's fine. He can walk up and shoot that thing to death. Or Dennis can.
That's true now
I
that Dennis
feel
caught
like
that missile.
Kazuki guarantees the kill.
But if
Almost
if Dennis shoots that guy, Kazuki can shoot the Missileer. Because I don't think Dennis can get a shot on the Missileer.
Yeah, the angle's probably wrong. He needs to boost in order to make it to...
I mean, if you can get a shot on the other guy...
Yeah,
yeah.
that will do just fine.
Well,
As close as possible, I would say. Good. Carry on.
It's fine. He's safe.
Now she has to hit the other missileer that boosted down towards them. Oh, she has to reload.
Yeah, but the guys down here, their main weapons are gone. We're fine.
yeah,
Yep.
she has to reload.
Like, she doesn't need to go anywhere, but she does need to reload. Goodbye. Hello.
Sure.
You got it, coach.
Sure.
My mech is pristine and you will not touch it.
Emma is extremely obsessive compulsive about keeping the paint job intact.
Goodbye.
I do enjoy how much of a hiding Newbie's team got on this one, though. I'm glad to see that, no, this was in fact hell map, even if you're unwholesomely lucky.
He's got one mech down, one mech in pretty beat up state, and another two mechs that are just fine, so it's alright.
Yeah.
Caldwell DeRay. For those 23 months.
Spicy.
Very. Yes!
I mean, I'm not killing that
Do
guy.
it, do it. Emma steps back and just drops a missile into the
I don't think a missile can one-shot them, and that's...
It extremely can't, but she can shoot the other person.
That's true.
Yeah.
She might as well kill Rosavia while you have time, and Dennis's time. while
It'll get a
you go.
lot of experience.
Which, you know, Emma needs. Or,
Man, look at all
She's
that
gonna milk her
experience.
for everything she's got, looks like.
or we can give the kill to Dennis.
And Dennis has another target right here.
Meanwhile, MC slowly walks towards the fight.
Hey, you... Anyhow.
I guess they're pretty even. But Emma,
If he still had his legs.
Emma is very consistent about being able to deliver damage right from the start of the battle. I would say give it to her.
Either. Who cares? Well, you're losing 2 limbs. Let's find out which.
There's one. God damn it! This...
well, I know what Emma's doing this turn.
Correct! God damn it!
Look at all this money we found.
God! Fucking...
Pile
Of course!
damage.
Of course!
Pile damage, pile damage, pile damage. She's gonna kill this guy, you realize that, right?
Yep. Aww. This is it,
Fucking
period.
is, Emma. Sure is. Still pristine.
Could walk Kazuki down and have him punch this
Please.
guy.
I
You
was
know
actually
what?
going to suggest
He
that
could
Emma...
repair his legs, but yes.
No, Emma should just walk forward and punch her to see if she surrenders.
She won't.
She won't. She is coded not to.
Yeah,
Plot
we
characters never do.
Yeah, we have tried to do this in the past.
Whatever, kill her.
Nice.
Of course.
Can't be that much.
You're right. It's about half a level, though.
Oh god, they're new types.
Yes? Did this escape you somehow?
Well, I knew they were special, I just didn't realize how special.
They're extremely cyber new types.
Are they dead, though?
Emma did the new type ping.
In time, you will know the
This
tragic
guy's face
extent
look
of
of my failings. Yes, thank you. But this guy looks like he's been sculpted out of stone or something.
He's got one hell of a widow's peak going, too. That also might just be his hair parted in such a way, but...
Look, do we need to talk about No, never mind. We did that joke already when they showed up the first time.
Imaginary numbers, that's I.
Mm-hmm.
So is that mission supposed to be one of the hardest missions or something?
It was quite difficult when I played it back in the day.
Yeah, that.
That mission is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. You start pincered, the enemies are not nothing. There are a lot. They have a lot of missile support. Like they are willing to just. God.
They outnumber you 2 to 1. That's
I
a
had
problem.
forgotten. I just want everybody to know, and I caught myself off guard.
God. That image.
So we just sell these?
Yes. We have HP upgrades to buy.
We got shit to purchase.
Well,
Look at all that
actually,
money you picked up.
first we have items to refill.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta find a bigger backpack.
One day. Scientists have hypothesized even larger backpacks.
Yeah, only having access to 4 right now seems a little low.
There are some weird hiccups in both campaigns where they skip an upgrade tier, and I'm suspecting this might have been one of them. But hey, we got upgrades to buy. Look at that 1,000+ health.
Oh god, that's so disgusting.
Yeah.
Because that is also another thing that I feel would have made that map much more feasible, is if I had bought all the HP upgrades.
Yes. Or it would have helped. They're not like gargantuan amounts of increase, but it's substantial.
I'd like to point out that Newbie got 33% of the Bonzers on that map. Not too shabby.
As I do.
The Newbie tithe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at this beefy motherfucker.
The discrepancy between long-range machines and up-close machines starts to become painfully obvious.
Yeah, as it turns out, you up armor the things that are going to get
Like-
right up in the enemy's grill on account of the need to
Look at
survive
those.
to. Yup.
amusingly enough, in the next game, not that much of a difference.
Really?
Missile bots, you tend to have a lot of HP.
Ah.
They
Weird.
also are unable to really move.
Mm.
And by move, I mean dodge.
Yeah.
Actually, even their mobility isn't that great. It's usually 2 to 4.
Yeah,
And
well, I
a
mean,
lot of
it's
the machines
2
in the next game are like 6 or 8 for the close range bots.
For the strikers, they can close distance very.
I think a couple of the strikers even get abilities that give them mobility increases.
What is the spider legs?
Let's find out.
A mistake.
I think they're the Shunwang legs.
Shunwan?
Shunwang or Shunwang or however you want to pronounce it. I think.
Well, try to put them on and see what happens.
Yes. Alright, so there's
Oof.
number 1. Move 3. Just kind of rough.
Not a big fan.
The one thing that is pretty good about them, so we might consider these down the line because they are lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Evade upgrade to max when attacked.
Maybe Ryogo?
Maybe.
He doesn't need to move as much as Kazuki does. Or Emma.
At only 2. Evade 19
Yeah, that's
is-
not bad. That's not a bad expense.
That seems to be the
That's very high.
yeah. That seems to be
That's-
the big 2 marker. Because yeah, they're 10, 14, 19 seems to be the highest 2-star
Oh.
evade.
They
Some
just
of
have
these
a
Bonzer
shit
leg
ton
parts
of
look
it.
like parachute pants.
Yes, well. Have you seen some UC
Wow,
robots?
okay. Those bird legs are massive.
Yeah, they extremely are. Maybe we just stick the bird legs on Ryogo and give him some boost upgrades to compensate?
The
We don't have the money, right?
that the classes it seems that the bodies go is 5, 10, 15.
Yeah. That's correct.
And doesn't necessarily mean that the 15 are always on the close range
The
melee
same
bots.
class, yeah.
Because like
It's-
look at this one with the HP amount.
That's a meleeer. Yeah. As opposed to this guy, which, is a Missileer, I think. So 231 is extremely melee power output.
I mean, the other thing is that we are using a lot of the class 30 because it's good.
Is good. Alright, so could we, before we go anywhere, take a look at Emma's computer?
For any reason why?
I just want to see how many stacks of the secret sauce she can access. Sorry, what skill
These
she
are new.
equipped? Oh!
More of them?
Yeah, so there
apparently.
was low activation, or low activation up, low combo down, and now there are mediums of them both.
Huh.
The
Well
middle
then.
tier.
And she's got equipped
She has
high
this.
up and down, right? Yeah, that one. I see. So, if you do want to see if she can skill chain harder, consider supplanting one of the pilot damage ones with an AP minus 30%.
Because it will-
Thank you.
It has a better chance to proc these if there's two, which will then chain into both of these.
Correct.
Alright.
Specifically, the data I collected suggests, and AP plus or minus 30% is the only skill I have like confirmatory numbers on this for. That the chance of a skill comboing into another skill appears to be greater in some instances than the chance of it starting a chain. And AP minus 30 appears to have an extremely high rate of both.
Okay.
Like, to the extent that when somebody was doing tests of 100 like combats initiated, they got more triggers of Zoom 1 when they replaced half of their 4 Zoom 1s with AP minus 30%.
Alright. Actually, I think down the line, I might...
I wouldn't worry about replacing your computers right now.
Yeah.
Way too
Eventually,
expensive.
though, adjusting to the activate medium.
Yes. Eventually.
Because right now, the activate low is nice, but it...
And Kazuki really only cares about activating 1 or 2 skills. Like, one skill at a time.
Yeah.
Anyhow, for now, we can move on.
Yeah, we gotta find our 8th party member.
There are still HP upgrades to buy, but they're just on offline
You're out
at
of
this
money.
point. I mean, I can still buy an upgrade.
Not worth it. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, just save it for when we're ready
Actually,
to set
checking
up.
mail is a great thing.
That too, yes. Oh my goodness, so much. Oh, with his chi. I see.
Yeah.
Old man. There's another thing that I feel. Yeah, this is. I think the localization suffered because they didn't have time to make these sentences flow properly.
Okay, she started. Yes, she started the conversation about Norman, and then I asked for a follow up on it. Right? Yes,
that's correct. Yeah, we sent her. Hmm.
Oh no, that's on my phone. It needs to be charged.
Twin Tiger software server.
So I did find out through digging through some stuff, and we might need to figure out how to do this. Whoa. Oh, just a second. That should not have gotten picked up. Okay, there we go. When I am at my my streaming setup here, the way I charge my phone is I turn my PS4 on.
And plugging, yeah.
And that apparently, even though I'm not on the scene, started pumping in audio from the PS4.
Weird.
Yep, I apologize for that. Anywho.
Oh, whatever.
I found out that there is apparently a the way that you download you get harder difficulties in the simulator is through finding them on the internet.
That is correct. Some of them you do find other ways, but yes.
Not like harder maps, the difficulties
for
the maps.
Oh, interesting.
At least that's what I kind of pieced together. I don't know. It was something I found like ancillary.
Yeah. Don't worry. This is such a nothing pain.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Alright. What do we got? So, look for these markers, please. As it turns out, Dennis is putting the pieces together, even if the player isn't necessarily.
I don't know which one of these I want to send.
One of the last two would be my call.
Yeah. The language of the organization are both...
The organization is definitely the most leading question, but it might put Bates back up. On the other hand, he seems like he's off his rocker anyway, so who knows?
DNA would also be an interesting thing because if he's an
imaginary number.
Yeah.
I mean, Dennis, one of the emails you can send specifically name drops Bal Gorbovsky. Dennis obviously suspects that Bates is an imaginary number.
Yeah. I don't know. I could go with any of these. Chrome, what do you feel like?
Organization?
And Vinay, you probably know an answer.
I could look one up. I don't know one off the top of my head, but I concur with Crumb in this case. Organization seems fine.
Alright. I was leaning towards this one as well. Just send them all. The legend.
Oh. Well then.
Yes.
You know, I'm fair. Yeah, do it. I can't wait to see what stupid shit this gets us.
I'm good. I'm good.
Hmm?
Yoon does not get to do her job in this timeline.
No. On the other hand, she'll get to cash out with a very sweet robot at the end of this.
Looking back on it, I'm really thinking any of the choices are probably okay for what to look for.
Probably.
If not, well, whatever.
But yeah, here in the sequel to previous very story-heavy session.
This game just keeps going.
It really kind of does.
What happened to Ivan? I think Ivan's dead.
Ivan extremely got owned in the cutscene preceding this one.
Well, and then like after the fight, he was still alive, but I think he died.
Yeah, he was still pretty fucked up at the time. Meanwhile, in the Ravenwy Embassy...
So now, Ron, thank you also for 23 months, and also thank you, Zappa Slave. I don't think I thanked you for resubbing as well.
I can't wait for them to turn her into an imaginary number.
Or she is already.
No, her hair isn't blonde.
Or she is already, though. Maybe
Nah.
she's the perfect one.
She's Setsuna F. Seihi.
That's an interesting way of pronouncing Kira Yamato.
Somebody linked a clip from Double O recently of some, like, I had
Yes,
forgotten a lot
yeah,
about
I saw
that.
it. I didn't watch the dub, but I did. It's still a silly scene even in Japanese.
I'm still fighting. I'm fighting right now.
I'm not saying all the dialogue in this show is good. In fact, a lot of it's just...
No,
Oh, wow.
that was fucking incredible, because he's literally like that all the time.
Yes, he is. He has no off switch.
He's just always that. It's incredible.
I am Gundam.
You sure are.
I love Double O. Season 1.
Correct. You
Season
have
two's
gained
fine.
wisdom.
It's fine. It's not nearly as good as the first season, but it's fine. Although anytime children are singing in that, I just have to tune out
Just
immediately.
punched out, yeah.
Which is a shame because some of the scenes that they're singing are actually really good scenes. We made it all the way there?
Yeah.
This has been happening a lot lately.
It's weird, but so it goes.
We're just so used to the beginning of the game when we got intercepted like 6 times walking out of town.
Yep. It took until like mission 11 before we got Dennis.
I mean, Dennis was there on 10. He was just flying the plane.
Yes.
God, Mission 10 was so good.
I'm never buying Japanese again. Was just the funniest goddamn line.
Just the second time the elevator stops, it's just the wordless text box of Genesis.
Just fuck everything.
I'm gonna die in this broken down piece of machinery, surrounded by a bunch of idiots.
The most Dennis way to go, imaginable.
This isn't how Coolface dies.
Thank you for bringing my eternal nemesis to my attention once more. God, that call sign.
Coolface?
Yep. And the extended theorizing we've done around where the fuck it came from.
I mean, I'm pretty sure your eternal nemesis is in some Gundam universe.
Fair enough.
The earlier mentions of Double O, I'm now just thinking about Patrick.
Uh-huh.
Same. I was thinking about it as soon as you mentioned it the first time, actually.
Patrick is my favorite Gundam character out of the entire fucking series.
Of course he is.
Why wouldn't he be? In fairness, he's not mine, but that's because mine is my spirit animal, courtesy of Reconquista and G.
I forget 100%. Is Patrick the one piloting the test machine in episode
Yes.
1?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Extremely
good.
yes.
Good. Patrick is in the entire fucking series. Fantastic. From the word
He is-
yeah.
The best part is he starts to fight in that first episode and turns on his vibro blade and probably deafens about half the people in the audience by doing it. Because that's possibly the dumbest thing he could have done.
Look. When you want to shiv a man,
Patrick the Immortal.
Patrick the literally unkillable.
Alright, so we are moving to a different location. We have 3 routes. What else we got, bro? 14 robots. I don't know if I got that many robots.
И Wolflet 14 Robitas Homai 14 TH Mont Anniversary Sub.
Was it saying 14 in a different language? You wouldn't know, but yeah, like, I don't know. It came in weird.
Right, the Rapid Reaction Force. God damn it, just call it something.
RRF does fine. They don't
Yes,
use it, but
that
they
would be
could.
okay. That's actually something that I've been noticing with the localization of this game is they say the full name, and a lot
Rather
of
than
times
just
they would be
using an
shortening it up
acronym.
very
No,
quickly.
they would absolutely use an acronym. Everything has a jillion acronyms is quite common. Like, it was super common when I was in the Air Cadets as a kid. It's common now that I'm doing government work. If you can use a million acronyms, people will use a million acronyms. It sharpens the learning curve somewhat, I'll admit, but
But once you get on board, it's a sense of inclusion.
My goodness.
that too. That's a line that could have been reworded some.
My goodness.
Oy vey.
Oigewalt.
Every so often when they throw those in, it's like, you're not... That doesn't make any... Why are you doing that?
Oh yeah, that's all we have to do.
You remember, like,
What's with this single... Why did the carriage return his name there?
don't worry about it. Remember 20 hours ago when they set off the super nuke, and it really doesn't feel like we've been... Yeah, like, the biggest plot point that has been revealed to us in like the last 4 sessions was just the imaginary numbers are a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It just
Like-
doesn't really feel like we've been moving towards anything.
That's kind of what I'm having an issue with this game. I like a lot of pieces of this game, but the plot points are very weird.
Yeah, the plot pacing is seriously bizarre. Kind of as a function of the fact that, like, because we're chasing Lukov for so much of this game,
but
the characters...
that's the thing. The pacing was fine up until we started chasing Lukov, and then it became chasing Lukov for 20 maps.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the whole momentum of the game. Literally, when the nuke went off, the momentum went with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now you're supposed to have a little bit of a lull point after a big spike, but it's been
this is a little
too
much.
much. Like, we're starting to ramp up now that we're finding more information about the imaginary numbers, but it took too long to get there.
Yeah. And because we're chasing Lukov through enemy territory, there's a lot of wheel spinning because the characters aren't making a lot of choices either.
I made a joke about it either last week or the week before about comparing it to Grand Blue, where it's like, all right, let's talk. Oh, we got a battle. All right, let's go back to talking. Oh, another battle. But nothing was happening. That's kind of what happened for about, 10 maps? We're just wandering back and forth between the various reactionary force places.
We are solving miscellaneous small problems for the Chinese army, but not moving towards anything. The
Hualian rebels, but yeah.
Yeah, the rebels. I am wrong. But like in everything up to not China arc has been, all right, we're gonna go do a thing, and then we go and we do the thing, and then okay, well now we need to go do this. Like we went here and we found out where the weapon was, and then we went and we missed it, and we missed it, and then we went to this other base, and that's where the weapon is. When we went there, and there's a multi-tiered thing there, and then we found the weapon, but the weapon was stolen, and then the weapon goes off, and then it is consistently moving towards something, whereas here it is literally feels monstrous.
It's been meandering, yeah.
The side plot with Dennis that really went nowhere, except we found out who Bao was.
Yeah, which is admittedly important, or is looking like it might
is
be,
important. It is not a half-hour cutscene important.
Correct.
Last time I think it was about an hour and a half of just plot in between missions?
Now, yeah, that was probably the single biggest pacing problem, is that, like, hour and a half forced intermission.
Remember the giant spider mechs? And
I remember the giant spider. They never came up again. They were just there,
Also, to emphasize, because it came and I did not address it, Draco Dirge, thank you for the resub at It's Tier 3. I forget when you first started doing that, but I definitely missed it the first time. That's big. That's a big sub.
Apparently, those giant robotic spiders are exclusive to Emma's story. They flat out do not exist in Alyssa's. In many ways, Alyssa's story is a very different animal.
I mean, it's fair. There's the second playthrough of the game right there.
It's true. It's also about 10 missions shorter, if I remember correctly.
Great. Oh, are you worried?
I'm always worried.
Newbie lives in fear of new products becoming available.
Maybe.
Okay, no new weapons. I think these are all the weapons that we have right now.
How about new backpacks?
And I believe those are the same shoulder weapons, but I will have to
backpacks are the only thing I'm worried about.
Yes.
Yep,
yeah, the
you're good.
Yunsheng 34s and Type 13 grenades are what we have. I remember that fairly clearly. Wagtail, Type 13 grenade. Yep. Because she doesn't have anywhere near the weight to mount a Yunsheng.
No.
Damn. Game.
Alright, so weapons. Are there any new parts? No new parts. Alright, now for the curse thing.
Screaming in 3, 2, 1.
No, if new defense class upgrades had been available, then Screaming.
I think we can find out. No, it doesn't show it there. In the network
network version, it does. Yes, I remember seeing that, and it was very handy.
Yeah, because these seem to all unlock at the same time.
General.
Yeah, that's a shield.
Oh, that's his shield arm. That's why. I'll be right back.
There were new computers, but we had already realized that by checking the network. And they're not vastly different.
They are useful, but it's not worth 1,000 cost or whatever it is. What the heck? Oh.
Exchange machine.
Oh,
Unless,
gotcha.
let's, just double check real quick. Oh, also they don't sell the other ones here. Those are only online.
You gotta order abroad.
Her one skill.
It's a good skill.
Yeah, I have the thing that Wazen has pointed out in chat. I had a time earlier this year where I had the boil or only use bottled water times, and it's not good. And more items never unlock. That's the thing that I've had confirmed. Is this just another one of those leave and return? Maybe there's new email.
I'd like to think emails are separated by combat.
You think
Also, I'm wrong. Wait a minute. I recognize that old man.
Wow. Yeah, whoa.
Patron. Okay.
Okay, this.
Now we finally know how to get in.
Okay, so
Good. DNA it is then. Because I think language and stuff is like what he's babbling about or anything about that, but you could look at DNA, and that's something that might be something we can check.
yeah, probably picking the one with Wade just gets you more dialogue, but I'm fine with just speed running it to the end. Actually,
To the internet.
Alright, I was just curious if like you automatically got that as a response.
Was somebody else in here? Oh, I guess they left. Whatever.
Okay. China. Other. Resistance. This one, I believe, is... This one isn't... Snap. This one is I, Karen. Or IN Karen. Lore. It's always just lore. It's always lore.
Lore all the way down.
There's one non-lore related thing that you can do on the internet. And it requires you solving a password for you. It's like I'm really Rubinsky. That joke is gonna go over a lot of people's heads, so I'll explain it real quick. I've been watching Legend of the Galactic Hero recently. There are 3 factions in that. There is the Alliance, the Empire, and the neutral, like, commerce division, whose lead is Rubinsky. The thing about Rubinsky is that he will probably play a part in that show. There's 100 episodes. They did not introduce this whole faction for no reason. But we're like 20 episodes in, and every time something happens, it just cuts to Rubinsky. And he's like, ah, yes, that happened.
Meanwhile, in Finland.
Yeah, it's that guy. But it's just like, ah, yes, so the Empire did that. Yes, Rubinsky, they did that. Ah, I see. And then they cut away from him. And that's it. That's the entire fucking... all he does in this show is just shows up, goes, ah, that happened. And then they cut away from him. He doesn't do anything. Yeah, as Lute says, I read the news. Every scene with Rubinsky in the early parts of that show can be summarized with Rubinsky reads the news.
Let's see what's in afoot in the world today. That Yun's line could have been translated better.
Something like that.
Take a drink.
Yeah,
I mean, if you said I need to take a drink, okay.
To talk about the pacing of the show again, or the game. Again, how many times do we return to this scene? How many times do we get kicked to the world map for no fucking reason, where we just have to re-enter the base? That didn't happen in the early parts of the game at all.
Yeah, China's just sort of this weird local nadir of pacing. So, I didn't look at this before, and maybe I shouldn't point this out, but check out those, like, chickens hanging from the rack in the background, and how terrible their 3D models are.
It's fine. I'm getting hungry just looking at them.
This bowl of whatever that's in the front. I want to try whatever that is. I don't know if that's just like chicken wings or what. Like, what is that?
It might be, to be honest.
Or like drumsticks.
I thought it was just drumsticks.
Drumsticks.
Or like whole chickens or something. Or quartered or half chicken, something.
Liking Kazuki's expert advice of, it's okay.
Well, maybe you shouldn't think about it right now. Is not the same thing as that, but yeah. He's not exactly good at this.
Hey, he has to learn somehow. Just throw yourself at it until eventually it works. Good on you, Kazuki.
I mean, that would be a better approach when it wasn't somebody else's mental health on the line.
Huh? Remember how much experience we got for Survive?
Not as much.
Where
as
did you get that second V from?
What?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
What?
Servov?
What?
Servo?
What?
Cambot?
Lukov?
Dr. Scott. Okay, I'm done.
Dr. Wively. Sorry, I couldn't even do it. I couldn't even get it out without laughing.
I should play Mega Man 8 again.
No, you shouldn't.
You should definitely play Mega Man 8 again.
Wait, 8. I'm okay with that. I thought you said... I was thinking 7.
PJ likes it, which means it must be an absolutely awful game.
Yeah, let's play every game PJ likes, like Lagoon, or... Nope, that's it. We can just stop right there.
He likes ActRaiser 2, I think?
Which isn't a bad game.
No, it's not ActRaiser 1, but...
That's the whole bit. It isn't the first ActRaiser.
Like I said, literally every game PJ likes is an advertisement not to play this game.
I don't think it's an advertisement to not play this game.
I should play ActRaiser 1.
You should play
I think you should
Mohawk
play
and
both.
Headphone Jack.
No.
It looks so good.
Play Mohawk and Headphone Jack, but with YouTube correction to the video. You've never seen that. Do not watch that video.
Oh my god, I need to now.
I
must know.
Not good. Yeah, this entire scene is just Emma being like, I think I know the legendary numbers.
Because
What?
I am one. And it's wonderful.
That would be kind of a concerning development, I think.
We had to have someone on the team who's a super weapon.
I mean, there are worse people for it to be than
we
Emma.
needed a new type.
Secretly a new type all along. In this plot point's defense, the game's been setting it up literally since the very first thing that happened after we pressed the start button.
Remember that weird Russian cutscene?
Yes! Yes, I do! Because that's what this was in service of.
Remember Kazuki's dad and how we haven't seen him for
Ever?
notes,
Ever?
25 maps? No, I thought we saw him at the very beginning.
No,
We-
he has
no.
never shown up on screen. We hear about him a lot.
Right.
Alyssa's campaign, you see him almost immediately, and he's involved in your departure from Japan. Not on this route, because question mark.
Because Kazuki needs to have that weird chip in his shoulder for the entire game.
Oh, he still has that in Alyssa's route. Don't you worry. That gets taken care of regardless.
Okay, this song though.
Alright,
This weird Mega Man X on the PlayStation song.
This is definitely or Mega Man X4 or X5. Yeah.
Ah, yes. That's right. Also, I do appreciate that Dennis's plan is essentially kick the RRF in the dick to let the Walian rebels do their thing while they're distracted.
Actually, this music reminds me a little bit of Star Ocean.
Which one?
3 or 4.
Oh no, the cursed. Well, yeah, those are the cursed ones. I don't know about
Those are
5.
They're all cursed.
5 is
Star
okay,
Ocean 2
so
is less cursed than most.
the 5, aside from terrible character designs, its whole thing is it's aggressively mediocre.
I
Yes.
see.
It doesn't have any of the what the fuck of the previous 2 games. It's just horrible character design and aggressively mediocre story.
I see. Whereas at least the other ones had weirdness on their side to
Yes, they
carry
did.
things. You know, you can at least look forward to things going capital P places.
I mean, some of it's just, you took that risk, all right, well, that did not pan out at all, but
Right,
hey,
but
good on you for trying.
You went for it. Yeah, games that do interesting but bad things are generally preferable to games that do nothing whatsoever. Granted, this is how we got Wizardry 4, but you know.
4 is the one with Edge Maverick. Alright, so yeah, we're going to do a distraction play so that we can follow the imaginary numbers back, or the reaction force back to their base.
Wait,
Yes.
which one is Edge Maverick?
That's the main character of 4.
Oh, I'm thinking of Mega Man X4. I'm sorry, I'm like, I don't remember a Maverick being called Edge Maverick. Okay. Yes, but yes, of that 4, yes, that is the main character, and he is a dork.
As are many JRPG protagonists, I think.
But is he better or worse than Fate Line God? Where's Doc when you need him?
I played the one with Fate in it. Fate, as a character, wasn't awful as far as I remember. Which, you know, at least is something.
Holy shit. It's time for a map.
What? No,
What?
we're gonna move to the place.
Maps are happening.
No, we're just going somewhere. We're gonna have another half an hour conversation.
We don't know where we're going, but we're on our way.
Look, we got man, we are on a roll with getting to our destinations without being interrupted.
It's China, man. It's screwed everything up about the pacing, including getting constantly interrupted on our way to our destination.
Our destination where nothing happens, except more conversations about nothing that's happening.
It's Robot Show Seinfeld is what we've approached.
I'm being a little too harsh. There are things happening, but it's just... Let's move this up a little bit, guys. Come on.
Yeah, just compress this some. Get us out of the fucking mobile armor hunt section. Of
Rare
the idea.
Kazuki smiling.
I hate it. I hate it even more than all those other smiling portraits I hate. Oh my god, it's awful.
What?
No, but we're gonna do it anyway. Dry.
I like Dead River better.
God.
He's beautiful.
You know what? I feel like Ryogo has, like, some kind of spider sense that tells him when to activate his single enormous brain cell.
Please. Please. Damn it.
Okay.
Say hello to some new friends. They sent you an email once upon a time. No, we call ourselves involved in this shit. Prepare for trouble. Make it anyhow. Excuse me. It's time for the Wulong. Oh my god, these extremely are Team Rocket.
Alright, I'm done. Bye. See you later.
Fucking they have numbered robots!
God damn it, not again.
Crunches stomps off, shouting angrily.
All the good parts of this game happen in the maps. Prove me wrong.
I mean, these guys, though. Do we even count these guys as a good part of the game?
Yes.
Alright, fair enough.
I really like this mech setup that she has. Of Missile Pod plus melee armor.
Support plus fucking melee armor.
It's smart.
And I'm back. Okay.
And are you our first flamethrower enemy?
I think he might be, yeah. God, God, look at these fucking custom-ass paint jobs, though.
Her mech is a good setup because she's got weapons on each arm rather than all on one.
Yeah.
That's a rifle instead of what it says Corp logo.
Stop.
Reverse revolver ocelot gesture.
It's just the two of them, though. We outnumber them. We'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually just the two of them. Holy shit.
Oh, wow.
Fucking Jesse and James over
What does the
here.
save state go to? Alright, that's fine. Alright, let's get a look at these two. It's a rocket launcher and... No, okay, yeah. So it's Pierce.
There has to be more.
Look
to
at their
this map.
skills.
Yes.
We want to examine.
whisk.
Yes, the whisk.
They can't surrender, I'm guessing, right?
No,
Ooh.
I don't think so. Yes. Also,
Okay,
their
the
monsters
arms,
are...
the arms suck for
pretty
accuracy.
That's fine. She's mostly a meleeer, I think.
Ooh, she's got a lot of power.
Oh, yes. Oh, hey, it's a Placid backpack.
Wait a minute. Ooh.
Yes.
Want that.
Too bad we can't crime it.
Wait, she...
She has C2 star in missile. She is
Oh,
as good
shoulder,
at missile as Emma
shoulder.
is. Yes.
Yes.
That's
She's
a
also
different
as good
missile pod, too.
Yes.
It would make sense they might be the next step up.
And...
Nothing.
Dang. Nothing. Still, C2 stars in both relevant weapons is not to be trifled with.
The Grezix.
The Grey's X. So this is another one of the Zenislev style manglings. There is a very distinctive robot in the original front mission called the Greys, and this is the Grey's EX.
Alright, so you're just a sniper bot.
He's a sniper. This sniper, as played by fucking, oh god, what's his name? Dolph Lundgren.
There's no way it's just the two of them.
They're not really scary, right?
Something's
Oh, wait,
up.
actually, hold up. I am sorry. Do you see the amount of damage that her missile
Yes.
does?
she will extremely feed you your own liver with that missile launcher.
So
it.
it's either you put everyone in piercing or you put everyone in fire. Because she's got to punch Pierce.
Yeah. I think we focus her down.
I think
does
you
seem
just
to
bring
be
the
the
four
more
people that
dangerous of
didn't
the
come
two.
on the last mission. By four, I mean the other three, and then somebody else.
Welcome to squad.
Mm-hmm.
Just rush them. I think one long-range person's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's Ryoga.
Like, long range is what I'm saying.
Oh, fine. Dennis, get in here.
I would actually suggest someone with fire.
That's fair. That's Emma.
Squat.
Heretic Soul. Thank you for the sub. 4 months.
For once, it's not for 23 months. Which I assume at this point is some kind of running joke that I don't understand.
It probably just has to be based around when I was able to make subs.
Fair enough. I thought it was a Kingdom of Loathing reference or something.
No.
Alright, let's get in there.
Yeah.
This certainly won't backfire.
This is the one downside. A lot of my team is actually built for damage class mod, being decent on the body, except for Ryogo. Ryogo has a pretty shitty damage class mod.
That means he just attacks last, so other people eat the counters.
Oh, newbie, do we remember what part AP plus 30 was on? Because if we can get Ryogo to learn one stack of it, we can be in business.
We'll see.
This is for later, of course. I
Yes.
just figured I'd mention now that I remembered it. Right, we finally gave Jose's robot a name.
No, I think you need him on the left so he can zoom over.
Yeah, he's just gonna zip straight into Rebecca's grill.
Unless you want to stop one spot away from her and just shoot her so she doesn't punch your teeth in.
Nope, Kazuki will brawl like Robot God intended.
Ooh, she's actually anti-Pierce.
Get ready.
Whatever.
In that case.
You got to punch through anyway. Newbie.
Newbie.
I mean, I would have noted that if I was noting that, like, a smarter person.
Wait. Why are you putting anti... Why is her being anti-Pierce a problem for your armor types?
It's not the armor type.
It's who gets deployed where.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it means he's flinging Kazuki straight up into the non-counter.
Yeah. Kazuki is going up and firing the shotgun because it's impact, whereas Jose can run up and attack melee because his is impact.
Yes.
Well, actually, Kazuki's is impact as well.
Yeah.
I thought he had a spike.
No.
He changed
He
it to a
changed him to the
baton.
baton.
Yeah, because the baton is slightly lighter.
Right.
Hey, eat this rocket.
Hey, catch.
Well,
Let's see how
Here
it
we
goes.
go!
nope.
Dang. Oh well. Good, Thank you, Captain Keen, for pointing out the best part of Emma's robot.
Yeah, no, the period is very
period
intentional.
Is very good. Resist Pierce, eh? I don't believe you do.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
Xenogears done in this style would have been such a trip. I would have loved to play that game.
What if we just annihilate her on
What
turn
if we
one?
just obliterate Rebecca?
So close.
Rudolph? Yeah, okay. You know what? You got it. Rudolph.
You're fired.
Did you forget to bring good games today?
Okay.
You've made choices today. This actually works because I think they go for him a lot more because he has the lowest damage class mod.
Am I missing something here? Is this fight supposed to be harder?
I mean, the last map was kind of brutal, so this might just be intended as a breather, but there are reinforcements for what it's worth. I don't know how you take long enough to down these two to get them, but...
Nope.
Incredible. I mean, we take it, but...
Perfect. That means one of your multi-hit boys can knock off two parts when they shoot.
Yeah. Kazuki.
Yeah, Kazuki just shotguns
It's
her.
never Jose. Jose has like 26 AP.
That's right. He doesn't really need it. He needs experience, but Kazuki needs to kill.
Yes. Yes. Perfect.
Incredible. The fact that she caught
dead
all
anyway.
those shots with the torso was very likely, though, because otherwise it would have taken at least one more turn to down her. And, you know, we don't need that damage. Soon, TM. And now Ryoga walks
Seriously,
over.
am I missing something here?
I think it was supposed to be a breather.
Sure, walk up and punch. Why not?
No reason not to.
He's only A rank in melee. It's great.
Yeah, that's why we need to punch him. You got it, coach. Yeah. He seems to have rather a high evade rate.
I don't know why it costs more, oh boy, to counter from close range than from long range.
Yep, that was an interesting find from the manual. Here we go!
No mercy.
I am
Yeah!
Ryogo!
Yes!
The true self! Behold his true form and despair.
For a second, I thought some shades came down from the sky, but nope, that's just how his mech looks.
Just all the
You gotta shoot him. You gotta shoot him. He'll get 3 parts.
You're right.
We could fish for the experience for his melee, or we could try and get all 3 parts on.
It's so much experience.
It's so
Yeah,
much
that's the big
experience.
thing.
Also, even more of that.
Well, that
All
was
right,
the
good
map.
fight.
No, so that's just the fight now. We dealt with the Oolong. Meanwhile, the sunglasses that were intended for Yoga's robot have ended up on this man.
This guy
This
again?
fucking piloting the new Gundam ass man over here.
That's the tall geese, my dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair
I was
enough.
also gonna say that, or is it Ultron?
Lou,
Oh,
where
okay,
the
we're
fuck
just-
did you get that thing?
You know balls? Is this man moving closer? I did not notice this fourth guy here.
Looks like there's 2 melee boys and somebody in the back. Might just be another melee boy.
All right, Emma. Emma's on this map.
Yeah, way the fuck in the back.
I mean, where she generally is.
Yes. Also,
First, strictly
newbie,
business.
do you remember what the imaginary number said when we first encountered them in Futai Tunnel?
No.
They commented that they were there to capture, not kill, one specific person.
I mean, yes, at this point, like, it is almost 100% guaranteed that Emma's imaginary
Additionally,
number.
they all went straight for Emma on that map.
So are those mercenaries dead?
No,
Oh, okay.
we'll be seeing them again. Also, surprise, he's here.
Boy, I'm really glad you put on piercing resistance. Never mind, these guys use shotguns.
They came prepared. Also, yes, we do want to check if Lou came equipped with some nastiness.
Well, as soon as I can.
As soon as you can, yes. I am real glad we finally activated Roth Level 3, though. That was a,
Alright, let's go see what these 3 boys have. 4 boys.
And S.A. Jagan has the right of it. If you take long enough, Lou will show up and the Wulong will bail out. Okay. Just a regular
They're probably all going to
pilot.
be like that.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
they're fine.
One's anti-fire, though. Make note of that.
Yeah, Emma doesn't shoot that one.
And
He has a better rifle.
a 24% evade mod, which, you know, great, thanks. Yeah, he has 3 upgrades. His extremely
No.
extra...
No! Pile damage.
Anti-impact damage. Nah.
Whatever.
This extremely custom Shang D1 is pretty good. Skill plus
She can
3 is
miss.
nice, too. An unwelcome finding. She's not going to, mind you, but she can.
What kind of armor does that boy have? Pierce,
Pierce.
okay.
Pierce. Alright,
Just
Rio,
getting punched in
go.
the face. Or shotgun in the face. Something. Could you focus fire that guy down?
Maybe, actually.
Yeah, I was wondering why you weren't.
Well, no, it's not a terrible idea to block off the other guy, but if you can focus fire this guy down,
You can both body block this guy and focus on the other one.
we
Possibly.
could also just have this
Yeah.
beautiful man start doing some work. But unfortunately, he decided to not do
He,
it.
he used up all his mojo on the previous endeavor.
I don't know if you can shoot around that wall.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Well,
If he gets in the back line, he gets in the back line. That's fine. But you could probably maybe if you get lucky.
we can certainly give it the shot.
Interesting.
And yeah, Emma is way back, so...
Good.
Meanwhile, Lou does the sensible thing and just plinks at people who can't shoot back. As
Oh
you
no,
should,
he
with-
has to use.
They're good. Self-taught. You know?
What's with all these, like, map-triggered dialogues on HP thresholds or kills and stuff? I don't remember this shit.
He has the HP to spare.
Yeah. That guy has anti-fire armor, so his bullets are going to go right through him.
Are you sure about that?
All right, here we go.
This was your choice.
Just take a couple seconds. Oh, hey, nice. A couple seconds to repair my center torso, and then we're good to go. But with his 1,000 HP.
Oh, damn. Emma needs to take a step forward.
Why are these Tiandongs wielding shotguns? If it were a shotgun and a fist and they were double assault spec, I'd understand at least.
Maybe they're just expecting you to be so beaten up after fighting through the furiousness of the... You know, he could attack outside of that guy's shotgun range.
You know, you're right. I forget about that a lot.
That's one of the major advantages. It's not great odds, but you know. Took a while to walk the bullets over.
Got there.
Well, there's the problem. Why? How?
You just gotta bring good Lou, newbie.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
And you know what? I
didn't
take
go
it back.
fast
He should have just punched him.
He is extremely alternate universe Dennis.
Either. Eh.
Just punch him.
Punching is probably not a bad idea.
The question is if you think your arm can survive it.
Absolutely.
Alright. But first,
He has the HP to spare.
yeah. Do it from in his grill range.
Ugh.
Alright, now I'd say use a
Yeah.
machine gun.
That is his damage arm, right?
Yes, as soon as that arm goes, you're good. So, point blank range, machine gun shots. And then you can start punching.
So little health. There we go. You have chosen wisely.
Hey, look, money!
We take those. Meanwhile,
Sure.
I think the punch is actually better.
It's either or.
The punch is 100% chance to do 200 damage. Or, you know.
That's what I was worried about.
And that's when Kazuki realized he was in a whole mess of trouble.
Well, Kazuki might go down here.
Just a little, maybe.
Anyone have a health pack nearby him?
Ryogo does.
He's not going to die this turn.
Probably. But Ryogo can shoot the man who was shooting. Emma needs to get up here to cherry tap this guy in.
Jose can do that. The guy doesn't have that much health, but
That's my point.
Jose at long range will not kill.
Fair.
Long range, which you can't get around. Oh well.
Yeah, you'd have to do by going
Whatever.
straight back.
Well, leave this man to his own devices. It's fine.
It's fine. Thanks, Jose. Alright, the carry's here. Let's do this thing. I apparently wasn't whistling Dixie.
Well,
Well,
it's fine.
god damn it, Lou.
Shield. Gonna lose the arm, but
He's up. What did I miss?
you can restore the arm part.
Yes. Fall back and repair?
Not even needing to fall back.
Yeah, shoot with Jose, I guess, but
The others can keep moving forward and repairing. There's only 2 of them.
goddamn.
I'm getting really low hits for 50%.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's
It
killing
happens.
me right now.
It happens.
Yeah, I went for the pierce resistance, and as it turns out, impact probably would have been better if we had known the second half.
Yeah, but
was-
we didn't know the second wave was coming. We knew something was coming, but we couldn't plan
Whatever.
for
You can
what
do
it
so
is.
much repairing right now to get people up into shape. You can do a restore, I think. Get that arm back. That's your shotgun arm, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Feel like it's gonna get blown straight off again, but who knows?
We'll see.
I like your odds of dodging this.
Over the legs? That's fine.
Vons are now being held together with duct tape. And you don't shoot it. Carry on.
Mistakes were made.
Alright, Jose.
If you need one shot, Jose, just one shot, and you'll knock off an arm. Conversely, Kazuki could just shotgun him. And probably eat at least one piece of his body breaking off.
Is Emma a champion?
Let's find out.
No.
Dadgummit, Emma. They can't all be.
Oh!
Yeah, that was really dumb.
Kazuki would also have suffered ridiculously for
Oh,
that.
he
just
would have had
repair, is
everything
what I'm
except his
saying.
body blown off, but
Or wait, what? Oh, did I?
you use the melee arm.
Yep. Because it's Swift was on melee when we were
it switched.
You can get close. Oh, never mind, too late. I was gonna say you could get closer because he's not gonna counter. Whatever, he got there.
Yeah. Despite his Nidoking souped up robot, in a fight between Lou and Emma, I know who I'm betting on.
Emma.
Yes.
Always.
Correct.
She's an imaginary number.
Oh no.
Ow.
I just like to imagine. Well, there we go.
I think you're might. Well,
Always bet on Emma.
Please tell me he's dead.
No. Probably should be, but isn't.
it's fine.
Hey, we got there.
We
Even got a robot.
money. All according to plan.
As Kazuki looks out of the open hole in his cockpit, hatch at him. And yeah, I think S.A. Jagan has the right of it. The amount of damage you do with pilot damage is based on the element of the weapon that's triggering it.
I would think that a missile would do more damage than others.
It's possible.
Except a rifle seems to do more than a missile.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got nothing to change.
Here, entering hour 32 of Front Mission 3.
Surely nothing will happen on the way back
It's
to the base.
just down the road. Huh. Ryoga with a pilot damage 1 build, you say. Ryoga who goes for the cockpit.
Emma's exhausted. You have to stop. No, you're exhausted. Dennis just said it. Nobody cares about you. Just Emma.
What's with these people meeting people that just look so depressed?
I'd look depressed too if I lived here.
Walks up to a random person. Hi, we're the rebels.
Look, no one has ever accused Kazuki of excessive intelligence.
Fainting in 3, 2, 1.
The rebels are definitely a better bet to announce your alignment within the army. Most of the people around here don't seem to be hugely fond of the military.
What?
Every time. Every single time. We won't start any trouble. I give you no guarantees about ending it.
Trouble will find them, it always does.
Mm-hmm.
Are you filling with something?
Sorry, yes.
Okay, I will point this out real quick. And I get they probably made these generic backgrounds maybe before they wrote storylines and what have you, but hi, hello, welcome to my home that I live alone with my brother.
And
This
these
is my
four
table
plates.
set for 4 people.
Yep. But given that it looks like this might have been in part a rendered image, I can see why they didn't want to re-render it, especially in this era where images took a non-trivial amount of time to render.
I think Warrior's got it. That's for the ghosts.
Also, yes, that. I guess we'll inquire after Yun's health if we have to. The next time you accidentally trigger a thing, could you try something for me?
What do you mean by trigger a thing?
Trigger like a repeated conversation.
Alright.
Press start.
Oh, dope.
I remembered reading about that, but I forgot to mention it until just now. Incidentally, if ever we have to replay like the start of a mission or something because like we got owned or whatever, you can skip in engine cutscenes that way also. Bar. Hold your head up high.
Hold your head up high.
Damn.
Well,
This is not a promising crowd. Wait. Does this guy look familiar to you?
well, we'll see.
Alright.
That incident. but they're a true family.
Look, kerning is hard, okay?
Can't wait to get 8th party member.
I can.
I mean, you have to realize, Vinay, if we get a new party member, that means we get to build a new mech.
I understand that. I just want to place this in context. There is a character section in the manual, and our 8th party member on this route is so nothing that Kazuki's dad is in the character section, but our 8th party member isn't.
That man was not familiar.
Alright. Sorry, that might have just been my mistake there.
Yeah, okay, so that previous one that we sent back to Sybil was definitely the one that advanced the plot, as we did not immediately get an email back. DNA was the correct answer.
Huh. Alright.
Because you were away when it happened. I checked email after doing like something very minor, and we had another email from Sybil.
Huh.
Saying that, yeah, he, like, that name, there's no way he's connected.
I see.
And then, okay, we'll try. And then we got the language and DNA options only, so I chose DNA.
Alright.
Hello, I'd like to sell this machine for a sizable amount of money.
In this town that is highly unimpressed with this sort of thing. Can we get Ryogo some new legs?
Now, the AP down thing is Ryogo doesn't have a chain computer like Emma does.
That's fine. I think it shouldn't matter, at least for, like, triggering ROF, at least one stack of ROF up 1. Or 2, as the case may be.
So I'm still confused by the math here. So it's just a higher chance to trigger AP down, and then from there, a higher chance to trigger?
It seems that way. I'll give you the numbers after the fact, or
Well,
I can do it now.
Just give me
if
the
you
percent
like.
chance for triggering AP 30, and then triggering ROF up after that.
The problem is, all I have is the raw data. Hang on. Let me see if I can find something that will be indicative of this.
Because it's really weird that, and not saying that your data is wrong, but it's really weird that since I made that change, she has triggered AP down multiple times and has never chained into pilot damage, even though she has the high combo.
3 pilot damages, 2 pilot damages, and the high combo thing. Yeah, it is very strange.
We don't have a large enough sample size to say whether it's right or wrong at this
This is
point.
true. So the indicative experiments here are things like, let's see here. So with the with the experiment 13, with the low activation up, low combo down computer, and 6 eject punches loaded, in 50 tries, it produced 25 eject punches. No, that's not right. Yeah, this is the pair of experiments I was looking for.
Right,
So-
that's why he has that.
Yes. Oh, we're trying to fish for the RF up 1?
Yeah.
Or 3. So, with 6 zoom 1s on a computer that had high activation up, high combo down, activation at all occurred on 10 out of 50 attacks, but got... Is that right? It's high combo up, activation down. So on the activation down high, combo up high, in 50 attacks, it only triggered zoom on any zooms on 10 of them, But in those 10, 57 zooms total were triggered. When swapping one zoom out for AP minus 30%, again, tested 50 attacks, saw any activation on 18 of them, and 65 total zooms were triggered.
That's not enough of a sample size.
It's true, it isn't. That's why I was going principally by the ones that were doing 100 tests instead.
Even that's not enough of. I'm sorry, they have to get to hundreds and thousands of sample sizes for it to really be conclusive.
Remember that if you cut the number of skills that are triggering it in half, the number of successes you need to produce a meaningful difference definitely does go way down.
I forgot how perfectly customized Jose's machine is, and how we really can't.
We can't tool with it too much.
Not really. Not terribly. I mean, backup melee.
Yep.
Backup melee, though.
I mean, he needs Kazuki to be in melee for that, but you can try it. It's like a 3-slot skill, though. That's the problem. Look at this missile to your body we're trying to give him.
Alternatively, as an aside, I have noticed how you can tell what arm. It's dumb that it took me this long. You can see the class of accuracy each arm is right here.
Yes.
I feel really dumb that I did not realize this.
You didn't notice that before?
No.
Oh no. Oh no.
Wait, he has move 5. How?
What legs does he have? Apparently Chipping Zero has move 5.
Yeah, it feels like he had much lower move on the last map for some reason.
He may not have had the booster to... Like, if there was actually an elevation difference, there might have been something.
I see.
Because that's what's needed for elevation difference, is the booster stat. It should actually just be called jump. It looks so good. What's actually on it?
That's evade max.
Ah,
It's very good.
yes.
Again,
And it has
we're
like,
gonna,
quite
we're gonna,
decent evade
We're gonna
stats
probably
as it is.
retool these monsters, these robots a bunch once we get new weapon classes. Also, yeah, I saw that we have a flamethrower. I'm probably not investing in a flamethrower. I know generally how a flamethrower works, but
The thing about Flamethrower is that it's by far the most worthwhile one to invest into later in the...
yeah. And then who knows? Maybe down the line. But right now, I'm not interested in flamethrower.
And in particular, Jose would be the one to benefit the most from it.
Jose's our weird sort of unit, and it's mainly because he has such a weird skill set right now.
Honestly, I think we could do worse than giving him the Shangdi arm and a flamethrower. But that's just me.
I think he's fine as is. No need for fire.
The Shangdi arm is the other double shot, the one that requires 2 different ranges, incidentally. Or 2 different weapon types, rather, not 2 different ranges.
Oh no, yeah, this game's really good when the pacing's alright. That's only been my main complaint right now, is we got into a weird part of the game where the pacing's kind of bad. There's been too many consecutive moments of, we found Lukov, we missed Lukov, we found Lukov, we missed Lukov, and that's just been happening over and over again. Oh shit. Wow.
If a plane crashed, that person would be dead.
You can survive. Or do you mean her?
Well, no, she'd be fine, but if it's a commercial airliner crashing, they are very dead. Unless he's an imaginary number and is super strong and powerful.
I'd believe that there is a scenario where somebody could survive.
I suppose. It depends on how far and how fast and all that fun stuff.
I mean, hell, like, yeah, planes can crash in so many ways, and there are controlled crashes. There's piloted crashes.
If it was trying to do a piloted crash, I could see it. But if it was just a straight, like, down into the ground
Nose dive into the ground, yes, I agree with you. But, like, hitting on the bottom of the plane and skidding, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Man, she's had a hard life, unlike you. Right? I'm great.
I'm gonna turn my brain cell off.
Yeah, that's the best way to, Callus puts it. People survive the dumbest shit and die from the dumbest shit.
Yes.
The human being is actually a very fragile thing, but also at the same time, weirdly durable. Remember that one time when Jose was in any cutscene?
I don't think he's going to be in any important cutscene from here on out, save for a one-off line no one responds to. Because he's one of those optional characters.
He's optional, so like 100% they're not going to rewrite cutscenes in any way.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah, those are Yoon's data earrings.
Newbie, I got a couple questions today back on your FF4 DS run. I don't remember much of that stream at all at this point.
It's been almost 3 years, if not more.
Yeah.
So
I remember like a couple things, like you fighting that red dragon and me just staring at the wall for 20 minutes. Yeah, just going, boy, and I know Newbie's going to win, but this is going to take forever. Oh, good. We get to talk to all these people again.
I remember Yang yelling.
I also remember, hey!
Yeah.
That was Edge.
Edge. Did I say Yang?
Yeah. Oh, well then. I was about to say, he hasn't been super xenophobic yet. Alright, there we go.
This isn't really xenophobic.
It's just more, don't mess with these poor kids, please. Oh boy.
Hi, I'm young protagonist.
He's got the hair.
Yeah, Jealous Guy is more of a xenophobe, honestly.
Kazuki's drinking brandy? He really doesn't strike me as a brandy type. He's 16?
At least.
He looks like 13 or 14 to me.
It's a really good bit, so in the continuation of Newbies, I actually been watching a lot of anime lately. Me and some of the groups of anime watchers have started watching Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
Dub or sub?
Dubbed.
Okay. I don't really care either way, I was just curious.
Yeah. It's a good dub. Except whenever they say somebody's name, because it always sounds extremely forced. Like, the voice acting is really good until they say somebody's name. The funny thing to find out is that each one of the four main characters is a teenager.
Yeah, Leorio's like almost a 20?
He's 19.
Yeah. He doesn't look 19, he looks much older, but...
Yes. It's the joke that he walks around in a suit with a suitcase, but he's only 19.
Didn't Hunter have two versions come out? Like
There was a 2000, like an early 2000s anime, like 2011, and now there is the recent No wait, I think this anime started in 2011.
Yes.
There was a 1999 anime. That's what it was, because I watched that in college. Every time I save state.
Yep, just a little bit. I am getting that thing you had from yesterday in FF2 though, Newbie, where it looks like you can still see the windows after you go to a black screen and then back into another thing.
Intriguing.
But it's just a thing that's happening on Discord.
Yep.
Because I'm looking back and forth between Discord and the stream. She's going to kill him.
Well, he did say cute and helpless, which just must means you might not be helpless.
Exactly.
Consider this. That's not it, because Ryogo's a dumbass and jerk, but, you know. Armstrong. We learned this already.
We're not going to cause trouble. We're causing trouble.
Huh? They have an animal of some sort. There's a food dish next to the table that you can only see when profiles change.
I would guess a cat.
God, this kid looks so out of place in this game.
Here in the E-plot.
Yep. That's sort of what we're in for, I'm afraid.
Are we going to fix all of China before we're done?
That's an awfully optimistic assessment. I think it's probably more accurate to say we're going to break all of China before we're done.
Yeah, in order to fix things, you often have to break them.
You know, like China. I like it because the joke works both ways, you see.
Like a bull in a China country.
Mm-hmm.
Is Marcus gonna be a dad?
He already is.
I know, but like, is he gonna be a dad?
I mean, what do you think?
Hey kid.
What do you think,
I'm a
newbie?
computer. Remember when Marcus told his kids that Kazuki's a ninja?
Yes.
It's fucked up that the Alyssa route is just inherently worse because Marcus isn't there.
I mean, I can't disagree, is the thing. Oh no, Marcus. Well, you know, I've heard worse advice, to be honest.
Or yeah, because it's a very common plot point in a lot of media.
Because it's clearly the morally upstanding thing to do, obviously.
I told him everything.
God damn it. Marcus.
I'm hoping this E-plot really, like, ramps up into something amazing, but...
This profile picture is extremely, like...
The least impressed looking person on the planet?
Well, no. It comes with the line, "I want to die."
She actually looks very similar to the sister
girl
who's in the Rebels, who also lost her brother.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her, because she was written out of the plot. Also, I remind you that there was an entire plot with Dennis and his buddy that led to fuck all.
This game has some pacing issues. All centered around China.
Hi, yes, it's me, the 16-year-old politician. I'm gonna go do...
He's gonna go get murdered.
Correct. This is why we were hoping to avoid this outcome, and by we, I mean his sister.
Huang, the 8th party member.
If only.
I don't know if it's intentional or just how my screen looks, but he looks like he's got some serious bags under his eyes.
I would too if I were living in this plot.
Can I take a nap? No, we're 6 chapters away from sleep.
No sleep until Japan.
Ugh.
Oh, Lord.
Like, we're taking the piss out of this. I'm enjoying the game, but at the same time, it's like, let's go. Come on.
We don't got all day,
It's
folks.
it's legitimately only been 15 minutes since the last map, and it feels like it's been a half hour.
Like, the pacing has really taken a turn for the worse.
Are we in Golden Sun? Is that what's happening right now?
Oh god, please don't let us be in Golden Sun. This is a game that's actually good, is the thing.
There were whole segments of this game that were like 5 maps back to back. Whenever we get to the destination with no interruption, I get upset.
Oh boy, more talking.
Yeah, that's the thing, is the thing about this game is that getting interrupted on our way to a destination is more a reward than anything else. Because it means robot fighting.
I think it's too much talking and then too much combat. There needs to be a more even keel of combat and talking for this to be a better game. I still appreciate it, but it needs some tooling.
Yeah. Or at least this part of it needs some tooling.
Yes.
That's the other thing, is it's not a universal assessment. It's just
I
this
kind
part
of want to go play the other half of this game now. Kind of, just to see how different it is.
If the shorter runtime changes anything.
Yeah, because 10 less chapters, that's a big chunk.
Yeah, that's a non-trivial amount. This route is something like 70 chapters long.
Yeah, that's another thing.
It's the short maps mean it's kind of designed for that better evenness, which is why it's so wild when it doesn't happen.
You were saying something, Newbie?
I don't know, I lost my thought completely.
Okay.
He was driven straight out of his mind by this stupid fucking...
It's not stupid, it's
How
just...
can we prove that the chairman was assassinated when Kang can't remember fuck all?
A fine question.
Yeah, but you could use him as a figurehead. That's what I'm worried about. How would you say the older sister's name?
I have no
Xian?
clue.
That's my best guess, anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna load a state so I can see the name again. Lucian.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
So
where I
somewhere
had it in
around
my
there.
head.
I'm probably not 100% right, but that's my guess, my best guess.
That was mine too, so, you know, we at least concur on that.
Do we just try to leave? Oh. What?
Jose?
Jose's in a cutscene!
I beg your pardon?
Jose's doing a thing!
I beg your fucking pardon?
I'm curious if it's the exact same lines with the other guy. Bruce Lee would be saying
It's quite
pretty much the
possible.
same thing.
But even still.
And old girlfriend, I just killed my wife like 6 months ago, buddy. That's not gonna happen.
Well, he just said it'll be convenient for Jose.
That's true. Well, you could just take out every line that says Jose and just put in Bruce Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lucian would be the girl's name.
Yeah.
Are we going to get interrupted on the way?
No?
Who knows?
Jin Shin Shai. Jin Shin Shi, I believe, would be the town's name. You're the 8th party member.
Nope. But keep guessing.
Jeez. How did you not know that?
I get the feeling he's been out of touch for a while.
It's well, okay.
It's a big
let's see.
FE7 energy from this Xbox.
Ninian is dead.
Yeah, where did we find Jose? It was in Tall Base. He was being used there,
Yeah.
and basing on the plot, the path that you go, you get him or Lee.
Which involves either killing or not killing Jose.
Pretty much. Okay, what about this look room, Jose, though? He just saw some shit.
I feel like that's Jose's look literally all the time. Seeing some shit is Jose's brand.
Alright, everyone, step in for F plot.
Mm-hmm. If you were worried the pacing was going to get any better, never fear.
Let's walk over there.
Did she just get shot?
Fuck yeah! No. Oh, but it's yes. Yes! Yes! Good! Fuck yeah! Directly into something is happening. An incident has occurred.
I'd like to point out that Newbie is cheering that this child's parents are probably both going to be dead here.
It means we get to robot fight.
What just happened to your mic?
Oh, I cupped my hand around it to prevent the fan from blowing into it.
Okay.
It sounds like you are in a fan when you do that.
Really?
Yes.
Weird.
You have new tech. Be aware of that. You sound like you're talking over an old-timey radio when you do it.
Maybe I should just do that all the time.
No. Also, for what it's worth, your fan has barely been being picked up this whole session.
Huh, alright then, never mind. Meanwhile, Jose leaves our party, having been saddled with this small child.
I fucked up. I mean, that's obvious. You were shot. So, what happened? Alright, so Jose continues his transition into being Kiryu.
What?
The entire plot
Kamiya
of...
Kiryu?
What? Pardon?
Did you say Kamiya Kiryu?
I did. That's not the right name. It's been a bit since I played.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Wait,
I got
my
real
brain.
confused.
My brain broke. But yes, the entire plot of Yakuza 1 it can be summarized as Kiryu adopts a kid.
Dear God, no. That sounds like a terrible plan.
Hey, it's this guy again.
He has different pictures.
Because he's wearing a hat now. Chase that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Action,
Yeah.
Jose. Look at fucking Brock Sampson mode Jose over here.
Can we get that as a profile picture from now on?
my
Come on.
goodness.
Oh man, speaking of Brock Sampson, I recently, somebody linked on Twitter, there was a design document for all the characters. Oh hey, Sona, thank you for the host. We are, Jose, one of our party
Jose.
members here, has met up with a child, and then the child's father was murdered. So Jose, our Yakuza lookalike here, has adopted a kid.
Just hoisted the kid over his shoulders and taken off running, pursued by armed men.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. There was a design document for Venture Brothers, distributed recently, or not design document, but like internal document of like how to draw the characters. The main thing that Brock can be summarized as is he is supposed to look strong but never heroic.
Yeah, that's correct. That's Brock.
Yeah, like he is not supposed to be like look muscular but not like a bodybuilder, that kind of stuff.
Get ready. Here in tactical espionage action.
If they did more cutscenes like this, I would be fine with them.
I agree. Although I just want to point out that in this situation where his friend has just been murdered and he's taken off running with his daughter and is currently being pursued by armed men, he does not call Kazuki with Kazuki pick up the fucking phone. It's Kazuki, please respond. This is the calmest I've ever seen anybody in this situation.
Jose, did you go out in your jumpsuit?
Jose doesn't have normal person clothes anymore.
How many portraits does this child have?
I don't know. What is this game?
As I said, this child is the 8th pilot.
She better be.
She has more portraits than the 8th pilot.
What?
I love Jose. Jose needs to be in the story more.
Oh, they're triplets.
Yeah, you know, the triplets of...
Oh, they're back!
Hi, guys! The fuck are you doing here?
Oh, we upgraded our gear.
That is a different missile pod.
That's also a different gun.
That actually looked like a grenade launcher to me.
Maybe. That might actually be the grenade launcher that Yun has.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it.
Or an upgraded version of it. We'll see. I'm sure we're about to fight them. Again.
Fucking team grenade over here.
Those Vonzers don't look big enough compared to the model of the human next to them.
Yeah. Forget it, Rebecca. It's just China.
Rebecca and Rudolph.
They're actually, like, they're pretty great, to be honest. Incidentally, these guys are totally your allies on the Alyssa route.
Of course they are.
Strong argument for the Alyssa route. No Marcus, but Rebecca and Rudolph, though.
Rudolph over here. Oh my god, that portrait. I cannot take these two seriously.
Don't worry, I've got this. With my gun. Oh god, he actually has a gun!
Way ahead of you, Crumb! Also, thank you, Captain Keen, and
Yeah.
that seems... Oh gosh! Oh no!
This key art here.
Look at this art!
Oh my god, I love Rudolph so much.
Oh my god!
All right, Jose, take him out.
Yeah, what if we just
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god! What is this plot line?
See, I'm way more invested in this plot line than the other one. Fuck this weird, like, Prime Minister kid. I love Jose's fucking sneaking mission. This whips.
This spy movie ass sequence over here. What is this? Oh boy. Okay, I'm okay, but holy balls.
Yes! This picture's so good!
This game continually finds ways to destroy me despite the fact that I should know this was happening. Oh good, the dipshit brigade is here.
Anything else better to do? No, just anything better to do. You don't need the else. Come on, translators. Localizers, whatever.
So we probably can't deploy Jose in this map.
Correct. He is already deployed on foot.
I would hope not.
Your hopes may be dashed.
Roger.
Oh, are we gonna fight only one of them?
Who knows?
And then more reinforcements come.
Nope, they're both there.
Alright, now Jose. Let's do the needful. Yep, alright, cool.
Cool.
There he is. Oh, okay, cool, dope. Yes. I was gonna say, before I got like completely distracted by how good that cutscene was, I really want, like, yeah, you could have this as a map.
Yep.
And sure enough, the game delivers. Alright, yeah, I kind of love this map. This map is good.
We need to bring grenades for this.
Oh,
so
yes,
much.
this is grenade map. What are their loadouts?
Hey, Jose.
Weaker.
Duck. She's got a grenade launcher this time.
Yeah.
She's C3 stars in grenade. Rebecca, you are cheating.
Her mech is, both their mechs are weaker. At least health-wise.
I think it's maybe they consider themselves this here too much of a like larger of a threat than it actually is. Okay. Whoop, that's the wrong button. There we go. Okay, where's Moneymaker? Moneymaker, yes.
Marcus. Punch. And then, I don't know. You want a short range or a mid range?
I'm still trying to level up Kazuki's shotgun a little bit.
This is a good combo. So you got fire with grenades and piercing with a rifle.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like the grenades are going to be way more of a problem. The grenades can do a lot of damage really fast.
Over an area, too, while the rifle's only going to be into one spot.
Exactly.
I seriously doubt he's going to need that extra point of AP, but sure.
You know what? You're right. He doesn't spend AP.
Well, I already know what the Cracker Jack's doing for the rest of this map.
Marcus has more movement than Kazuki. They're not going to be able to get in there on turn... Well, Marcus isn't going to be able to get in there on turn 1 and punch, but... surely the player would never use grenades. That would be stupid.
Foolish. Who would do such a thing?
Grenades don't hit your own party members, right?
Oh, they do.
They do? If he moves back a space, you can hit all 4 of them.
I can hit all 4 of them right here.
No, you're missing one of them, I think. Yeah, you're missing that one that's on the edge.
Oh, right.
That's
I need to be there. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
But-
can...
As an aside, I think we want him to evade because let's just
incidentally, someone in chat has confirmed Jose is load-bearing here.
Of course he is.
This doesn't look good for Team Jose.
Yeah, Jose is going to walk inside the building.
yeah. Jose needs to hide.
Either that or, nah, just walk inside the building. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yun's gonna just lob support fire his way.
Right there.
Yep. Hey guys, how you doing?
She missed one.
Not as much damage as I was expecting.
No.
It's fire. Remember, they all do set damage.
Yeah, that's right. It's fine.
We could just blow a hole in the wall and let Marcus waltz on through.
Sure.
Alternatively.
If he takes a step forward, he can shoot that spot right next to the Cracker Jack, and Marcus can go rushing in through that.
Marcus
And
can punch
also-
a hole in the wall.
And
Yeah.
let Kazuki zoom in with the shotgun.
Yeah, shotgun's gonna do more damage. Remember, punches aren't good for...
Yeah. Once he's opened a hole, Kazuki, or once he's opened a hole, he can go deal with the Wulong instead.
In hindsight, we probably should have moved the Cracker Jack, but, you know...
Yeah,
Who the
whatever.
fuck cares?
Me. Because we could have gotten a double assault in.
Whatever.
I know, it's not actually a big deal.
Meanwhile, engage the surprise motherfucker stance. You got it, coach! Whoa! Came to the
Well,
wrong
you're
neighborhood.
dead.
Oh, this is just the biggest train wreck of a map already.
Oh,
You got it, coach.
Are you ready for the kind of death you've earned,
Oh
little
my
man?
God. Kazuki dodged his pistol shot.
he
both
actually dodged the
times.
previous one, too.
Yeah, that's what I said. He has been dancing circles around this man in his robot.
Boy, just so many decisions being made right now.
And you get a shotgunning. And you get a shotgunning.
So you know what's great?
This map,
Grenades?
apparently.
Hold that thought. Yeah, hello.
Is it? Yep. Unfortunate.
It's fine.
Well-
he can't get in range to attack anybody anyway.
He can
Yeah,
get in
but
range
she
to
can
attack one of the
definitely-
mans.
Well, yeah.
Fuck
hold
this
off
pillar.
on-
Damn.
Fuck this pillar.
If you wait a second, drop a grenade, you could hit 4 of them and then move in.
Well, she needs to drop it from here.
Yes. But if she does it there, she doesn't hit any of your buddies.
Yep,
Actually, she
It's
could
good.
have done it from here. Eh, whatever.
it's fine.
I know who she hit.
No, she killed one of them.
Huh. Alright, cool. Hi.
Just turned that man into hamburger.
Why did that man explode? Oh, no, no, no. He's gonna
Oh,
get shot
yeah.
if you do that.
Yeah. Yes!
No,
Doesn't
well,
actually let me take the shot. Also, 27 AP because he's out of the tank. You hate to see it.
This is the best map. What is this?
Well, that's Kazuki taking a lot of damage.
He dodged. So did his robot.
Meanwhile, Jose gets into an on-foot firefight.
I'm fine with this playing out on the side.
Oh my god.
A little leery of him being in the doorway.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Hold that thought.
Oh, so she can put him in the center of the reticle.
Exactly. As
Yeah.
we have learned that there is actual, I believe,
Damage drop off.
damage drop off the further away you are. As you can see,
Yep.
grenades, they're good.
Yes. Also, like, the mental image that everything that has happened in this map is creating is a really good one from, like, just a general robot show action set piece viewpoint. Like, this is a thing I could see happening in a robot show.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
Piss! That said, she didn't bring her melee weapon this time, so this is not good for her.
You know, you could have a person eject and have Jose get inside the mech.
Sir.
Neither of these two are ejectable, unfortunately.
No, I meant one of your
Oh, having
people.
one of our people do it. Yes, that's true.
Shoot him?
Yeah.
You might blow off an arm.
This is a choice he's making here. Oh, you did it!
Oh boy.
Crunch!
Well, you're going to get a lot of shotgun experience in about 2 seconds.
Or she steals the kill.
Nope.
The shootout, though.
The gunfight at the no cave.
Can I make a suggestion that you don't shoot?
Yeah,
Let him
that's
shoot you.
Yeah.
No, please do not make Jose last hit Rudolph with his pistol. Yun needs the experience. Like, she really needs the experience to level her grenade launcher.
Yeah, grenades are very good. They are extremely hard to level because it is very hard to get kills with them.
How much AP do you need for a grenade?
12. We need 12 to
Yeah.
fire a grenade.
Right there.
Marcus, clear the way.
Yeah, Marcus did work this map. Marcus also...
He did a punch.
That right there. What you
Caught
were
a
saying
grenade.
is what happened when I said, hey, grenades are the scarier thing on this map. And people may have thought, I don't know about that one.
No, they are.
That's why we...
Do
yeah, that's
not
why I said
be in
fire
the middle
resistance.
of a grenade reticle if you can avoid it.
12. He'll be fine.
No. No.
Why not move beyond her and shoot her? Like to the other side.
You'll see.
Okay.
I think I see what he's doing. But, we'll see. Go for it!
Not worth it. He's
Not
gonna
worth it.
die.
Yeah, it's not worth it because she doesn't need the boosted damage from being... He doesn't need the boosted damage from
That's
being
true,
frozen.
that's true.
I wanted to try and drop it on her,
That's fair.
but I can't.
yeah,
I
just go
can't
for
make that shot.
It's fine.
Yes.
I think you hit something.
it. Yes! Yes!
A number of sessions ago, people tried to convince me that grenades weren't good.
Show me your
who did that?
moves!
A number
I
of
don't
sessions
remember
ago,
saying
people
that.
also tried to convince me that rifles weren't good. Dennis
Yes,
is
I
right
will
over there.
continue to do that, actually. Wait, was that it? Oh,
What about
no.
Greg,
The
though?
rest of the Wulong!
I love the Wulongs.
Did you think that Jesse and James were all there for? Emilio, simmer the fuck down, dude.
How many
Oh,
of them
hi,
are there?
Atari's here too.
This isn't reinforcements, right? This isn't mid-map reinforcements. I have questions.
That said,
Okay, if you got both of them, that's fine.
I have questions.
damn.
Shit.
Good.
Oh,
Nope,
no!
That's fine. That's fine. That's why you did it that way. Though.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
He's a punch bot.
Okay, for the action movie aspect of this, though.
I gotta step around the corner for this one.
Yeah, just here comes Joseph.
Jose.
Yeah, that's right, Joseph. There he is. There he goes.
Oh boy.
She's out of grenade ammo anyway.
Time to back up and start missiling things.
Sure is. Hey.
Since it looks like Hatari is a machine gunner, so you don't want to approach him either.
2 steps back means you can hit this point.
Your arms are very weak for a punch boy. Holy shit, your
yeah,
punch
but he hits like a freight train.
Yes.
Your punch is very good.
Does he have any skills we should know about?
Tackle and stun.
Yes!
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yes!
Don't give him melee range.
But what
Yes,
if
he does.
punch needs to defeat punch? Hit or miss?
Oh no! Oh no! He has the single worst skill in the game!
Oh,
Okay.
is that if that proxy either hits with every shot or misses with every shot?
Correct!
Wow.
That's a terrible skill.
He's also doesn't have a... No, wait, that's his... Yeah, we can't see his damage potential unless we get into range. And
We
then
can't. Look up there.
46 times 10.
46 times 10.
It's not on the screen. Back one.
46 times 10?
Hold up. Oh, I see.
Yes. Yeah.
And then their own missileer.
Grenadier, I think?
He's another
Also a
grenade.
Grenadier? Jesus Christ, game.
Oh, he's in that mech.
Using the whisk.
That's called something different in 4.
Isn't it spelled U-I-S-K or something?
It's a different thing.
Oh, okay.
He could walk out and shotgun that guy in the back. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, hi, how you doing?
Cute. Get ready. Welcome. I really like this map. I mean, it's a little rude, don't get me wrong, but...
A little?
I
I
only
think
have...
it's just the right amount of rude.
It's pretty rude because of the fact that I only have 3 people.
Take the longer way around, I think.
Are you saying this way?
Yeah.
He needs the time to heal,
Yes.
and I think he's got an item backpack, so...
Yeah, start working on those arms.
Oof.
Okay.
This is where things get nasty.
Either way, you're getting shot first, so pick your poison.
That is not nearly as bad as it could.
I am still very worried.
Yes. But he's gunning for you, which is probably fair.
Also bad.
Oh, it's bad, but it's fair.
Yep, that's what I was worried about.
But hey, he got her grenade launcher.
Also, he is now blocking the way.
Yep. And Kazuki might be dead.
However,
I think he just heavily mangled Atari.
He can heal.
Yeah, he needs to heal his body this turn.
Yep.
We need Kazuki to tank.
Ooh, we didn't restock items on him.
yeah, we did.
He only had the 1 repair.
I already
We used
repaired
one
once.
already.
Oh,
This was something of a brutal map.
Wait, if you already repaired once, where's your restore?
He still has it, I think.
Maybe I didn't refill items.
Huh. Well, who knows?
Me! I just said it!
Get ready.
Only there was some way to know. Well,
If only.
Break that tree, I guess. He's got to get it. Or
It's
heal
either
again?
that or heal the other arm.
It's rough.
Oof.
She's fine.
For some amount.
what?
Greg?
Don't care. Yep, and this is actually what I was expecting. This guy's hard-coded not to move. He'll start moving on like the next 3 or 4 turns later, but for right now, he can't take a step.
Yeah, this is manageable over here now. You're done. You're not a unit in this map.
Already lost an arm. Interesting.
Yeah, because I fucked him up with the punch, and then he got grenaded.
And then he got grenaded, so... Step back and take your shot. 2 steps back so Marcus can get... Oh no, Marcus can walk
get through no matter what.
Yeah.
Please take off that arm. Perfect.
Done! Goodbye, Hatari.
No guts, no glory?
No guts, no glory.
Oh, here we go!
This is gonna be rough.
The designated big guy fight. Oh, thank Christ.
Not over yet.
No,
Yep.
but... Can Kazuki...
No, he's got to stay here. He's got to start.
That's right, otherwise Emilio starts grenading again.
Here we go.
Hoo boy.
Fuck.
Yep. It's okay. She can start grenading. Maybe, or missiling. Maybe she'll hit his body.
Yep. She kind of has to.
No. Kazuki can wander over and take care of it as well.
He's got Emilio to sandpaper at the moment. You know, to death.
It's fine.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
That's correct. We want as much space between her and Greg as possible.
Yeah, she's got several turns to do this. This is actually fine.
This is fine. Like
1,
'cause she-
2, 3, 4, 5. That is not safe.
Huh. All right.
all the way
Move
back.
further then.
Yep, which means that she only gets 1 turn to safety, because then she will not be able to make the escape back.
Nope.
It's okay.
She can possibly zip. Oh, right. You were waiting to. Yeah, well, here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Okay.
Good start.
Nope. It's all right. Just keep hitting him.
Skill activation sometime would be nice, Kazuki.
One more shotgun blast takes that guy out. So long as he just stands still.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Shotgun.
Oh, piss.
He hit the best spot. Not the end of the world yet.
No, but
And
now Yoon needs
we
to
also
get-
have Yoon who could just zoom right back in.
Well, so here's the other problem with our situation right now. Yoon has 3 missiles.
yes,
Yeah.
that's more than enough to take out everything that moves, provided she can keep Kazuki alive.
Wrong arm, but it makes it much easier to hit the body next time.
Yeah, we need Kazuki to get unstunned ASAP, though. It's fine. We're still fine.
Are we?
Yes. Yes. Up. Wow.
Yes.
Fuck. Thank God.
It was probably going to happen that way. It's good to go. Now he can just start punching.
Yeah.
That's actually very, very good. Now that guy can't get away. Yeah, I can do that too.
Crunch! Superfluous as hell, but you know.
Oh, okay.
Wow, this was a terrifying fucking map.
5v3, and the 5 are all in custom mechs with much better gear than what you've got.
Oh boy! The game heard us complaining about a lack of excitement and decided to provide, I guess. Wow. Alright, well, that was a photo finish.
How is he only worth 16?
Who knows, man? Whew, that was exciting. I liked that a lot.
I'm sorry I told you to bring Marcus.
Marcus was fine. Marcus got punched twice in the head. That's all that went wrong with Marcus. There's no problem with bringing a unit, because there was that other map where Dennis died like right at the beginning because he just got shot twice in the head.
Of course they weren't fucking Elordesh. Why would they be?
No moral. Fuck.
That was a good map.
Alright, F plot over with. Let's get to G.
It's just idiot subplots all the way down for now.
It was an hour and a half in between maps. Might look up how to unlock those. In fact, we could just do that. Next time we get a chance to access the internet, look up how to unlock the difficulties for the simulator.
Are you thinking of the Zeltkrum?
Yes.
Okay.
How accurate are the sim battles to what you face in the actual campaign? I mean, like, they're maps. They're just maps that you encounter during the game. But the enemies on it are randomized, and you can farm money and EXP.
Yeah.
Mainly weapon EXP, which I do sometimes do for weapon EXP, because, as you've seen, like, it's very hard to get grenade EXP on Yun. And, like, Jose, we would probably want to get his machine gun or melee up a little bit more.
Both, really.
God. I forget how ridiculous some of the full body art for the character in the next game is.
That's right, it was a Yun plot all along.
I reserve comments.
Now, is that a thanks, Yoon, or a thanks, Yoon?
What do you think?
A little bit of both.
Yep.
Are we just going to leave this small child here? What are we doing?
Like, this is genuinely a plot point where... Oh,
Good.
gosh.
Good.
Honestly, it's probably the best thing he could do, but oh gosh, that, yeah. I don't know how long a lifespan anyone has around the Hualian Rebels. What with, you know, being a faction seeking the overthrow of the current government through...
Hey, we can give this young lady to the young woman who lost her brother. Everybody wins.
Everyone
sure.
wins.
You can connect over how horrible things are.
You know, like everyone else who lives in this damn country. What I'm saying is that we never should have come here, and now we're going to pay.
She can hang out with a politician's kid.
Great.
I really thought he was going to say, I'm sorry I punched you earlier.
Kazuki will never apologize for punching somebody.
Oh, is it time for more of Yun's computer?
Oh no.
Damn.
Nope. Just the dramatic cutaway.
It is
Or
extremely not safe here, but it's more safe than
It's
in
more
other
safe
places.
than anywhere else, basically. It's not like we can keep her with us.
Hey, Link's back.
Fucking called it!
Fucking called it.
Seriously, she looks very, very similar to the other sister.
Mm-hmm. Everybody in this plotline is super depressed. Which, you know, fair. Not gonna sass them for it or nothing, but
Alright.
We are collecting quite a few orphans into this group.
and making even more of them.
The sad children in that picture still kill me. It's just so good.
It's so good. There's a reason I was looking forward to that piece of artwork showing up so very much.
Here we go.
What's up? Oh, you're checking the thing.
Okay. So let's form. We apparently could have had the second difficulty for a while now.
Fair enough.
We go to Japan Police Organization website. Which... There it is. The GPO. Okay. Go to the mission statement. I don't know if that's our mission. It's probably our mission. Okay, and you get that corporation website. Oh, there we go. Is it Gucci? Go here and download it. It's apparently just here somewhere.
Huh.
Okay.
Simulator data practice mode.
And it's just there.
We can buy it. Yeah, they're just selling simulator data, you know, like software companies do.
I mean, it's just simulator data.
It's not like it's a militarily controlled thing. It's a module for a simulator.
And the real battle mode, which is the highest difficulty, you just
Get?
okay. It is something that we also already have access to.
Huh.
I just need to figure out where this place is. This was extremely after I was kind of done with the internet. It is at the web address that we got for destroying Jose's mech when we fought him.
Huh.
Because yes, I was extremely done with the internet at that point.
Battle mode.
I'll buy software. I'm not a coward. Are those fireworks going off?
There's a bunch going off nearby me, so I've been pretty quiet because of that.
Now, how real could real be?
Who knows?
Have we checked our email?
Now, there's a thought I can get behind.
I was kind of waiting for it, to be honest. Given as it's like 11:30. Wow. We're getting a lot of mail these days. No one has this few interesting... Remember Hada?
No. Was this the dumbass that Yoon beat up?
No. He was the guy who first got us in touch with her.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
A plan to wipe out the gorillas. That's actually something important to get.
We do have encryption software. I do appreciate that you do get internet jobs through Moneymaker.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Sorry, I'm being distracted.
What?
What?
Oh boy.
Adorable.
Marcus, your kids are wearing milk cute. I was actually gonna make this crack if the game didn't.
Marcus,
who have both your
must
heads.
not crush idiot children.
Wait.
Did you find somebody? All right, sure.
Oh shit!
Maybe we should check what this guy did before we send him over.
Yeah. I'm kind of not into this one. But damn.
God damn.
I was just like, wait, when did we encounter this person? And I'm so happy that they put is in contact with Susan Armstrong, because otherwise I would not have remembered at all.
This apparently is under missing, but the thing is offering money for the arrest.
I'm still curious as to what his thing was all about, but
I
fair.
think this is she.
Shoichi?
No.
Maybe. We'll
Sounds
find
like
out.
a man's name.
It is he. Okay.
Yeah.
Freelance writer, last seen in a Metro publishing house. He's just a guy, sounds like.
We let that one. We let that one slide.
Let that one go. It might lead to some super awesome equipment, but not too bad.
He does not appear to be a sufficiently nasty crime boy in order to do this.
He's a freelance writer. He probably wrote an article on something and got the government upset.
In the meantime, I just want to point out that Front Mission 2's protagonist is off-brand Freddie Mercury.
We saw the bottom two. What's the website?
Maybe we should go look at the website. Help. Just help Marcus work out.
We can send Sybil a response?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
that's what we were looking at.
It's multiple choice.
Of course.
And requires looking at the website, which I don't even fucking remember what the website was.
We can check her previous email.
You're right. Your neighbor's probably doing a crime. Don't worry, I think he's cool. Daytop Corporation, USN Corporation Daytop. There it is. Well, the imaginary numbers do have a bunch of really weird monsters, so maybe it is Wanzer development.
Oh, DA Top. It's the Diablo Avionics
Yeah.
website, isn't it?
Also here, German EC Heavy Industry, Joint Wanzer Development.
Yeah, Schnecker.
But German is the thing to take away from there. So yeah, they're
London.
They're in there for
Ravnui Fund began investing in our company in 2109.
I think it's the Wanzer development because it's a German Wanzer developer.
What, over the fucking
The connection
Ravnui whatchamacallit investment group?
What is that connection?
Where do you think Orsha Labs is?
I don't know.
It's in Ravnui.
It's very hard for me to fucking keep a lot of these plot points together because they throw them at me a billion at a time.
Fair enough. And hours apart, but I have a memory for this sort of thing, fortunately.
Alright. Investment fund it is then. And then a quick trip into the simulator to try that out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's jump into the highest difficulty immediately. Well, let's see the difference between that and training.
Guess we're gonna find out. Tall base, where we belong.
There are apparently more simulator maps that you can
There
get
are.
through doing internet stuff.
We will never escape the internet.
Yes, we will. When this game finishes.
Wow, that's true. You know, as soon as Newbie gets off Twitter.
That's never gonna happen.
Correct, which is why we'll never escape the internet.
Why did I make Chroma Squad? Like
Why
they're
wouldn't you make Chroma Squad?
they're very good, but it's just why is this where my brain went immediately?
Because it's perfect? We may need a higher simulator difficulty. Fists. Yes. And yeah,
Still 16.
very distinctive color coding is a good way to keep track of who is who. Blazing Blade brings up a good point.
Correct.
Apparently there is a map for the place we met Dennis. It's only downloaded without a password at NTJ Government, Japan, Tokyo Bay.
Interesting. Alright, so this isn't any more experience. Maybe it is because we're playing the first map, but like
I genuinely have no idea, to be honest.
I don't know what the difference between difficulties is then.
Yeah, these guys don't seem any harder than the previous. Even if they should, like... Really? Oh, we blew off his actual weapon, that's why.
Is the AI doing any better? Maybe that's what it is.
I think so, but their weapons
They're
are so
too
unique
fragile.
that, yeah. They don't do enough anything in order to compensate for their...
I mean, look, this Missileer has less than 300 health on the body section. Good shot.
Unfortunately, Bad Dennis decided to show up today.
Dennis. Every day is a bad Dennis day.
Every day is bad when you're Dennis. Like, yeah. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Maybe the difficulty level doesn't affect EXP or anything at all. It feels like it should.
It should, yes.
These guys are just too weak.
Yeah.
That's not my concern, though. My thought was that this would give a better EXP.
Yeah, I know.
Gonna fuck those legs up.
It does seem like, save for also using this as a way to learn skills and what have you, this is a good way to build up AP if you need to,
Yeah.
on someone who's way behind.
Medals and skills seems like the primary use for this.
Experience, not so much. Or I guess you could get some experience on people who are learning a new weapon, but only up to a certain point.
Yeah. And hell, we were getting like less than 16 per kill when we tried the simulator previously, so...
Nope.
Nope?
No.
No. I may be thinking of like just 2 XP per action, which is fair enough. Yeah, what we're getting here. Weird though. No. Well. 16 XP is the lowest you can gain on a kill, I want to say.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm not gonna do this, but I am gonna just see what the difference is.
Yep. Yeah, just...
I did that kind of instinctually.
different deployment. Or was this...
No,
what it was before?
no.
Okay.
I grinded money on this map. This is not a deployment I've ever seen. They all the same.
Upgrades?
I mean, it doesn't seem like they have that many.
Do they have any?
I can't tell 100%.
Fair enough.
Show off.
Just the most. God damn.
Well, I guess that's a grenade thing if you want to get parts for Young.
I'm not saying this. I'm just going to see what the EXP for killing is.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it changes things more on things that aren't the JDF test map, but whichever the case. Yep.
Nope.
Nope.
All right.
I mean, we can test that real... Whoop, that's not right. We can test that real quick. Interesting.
That is a place where I would have put Kazuki and extremely not Dennis.
It's fine.
Huh. The tall base map, someone reports, may have those huge things that killed Purple Haze. These guys seem, at the very least, more real than the previous map.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot fucking get over that animation. Oh. There went half its health bar.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, still 16. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Oh, shit. No.
So that's all for tonight.
Four, two, nine. Wait.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Oh, because I reloaded to this. Okay, yes. All right. I got super confused because I loaded this state and it went to a different thing.
Neat. Tall base real battle has the beam prototype show up.
I mean, those might give a lot of experience.
I don't think it did particularly when we did it the first time, actually. It was weird. I expected it to, and then it didn't.
Okay.
Anyhow.
Well, I'll look into any way to actually grind weapon EXP because if so far it feels like there really isn't a way to do that.
Not really, no.
Yeah.
Which seems weird. Like, we haven't been super optimizing our XP, so I'm not sure what's up with that.
I don't know. Anywho, next time.